What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, My Cosmic Life. I am your girl, So Cosmic. Welcome back all subscribers. Welcome all newcomers. If you have not liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that, especially if the message resonates. Today, you guys, we are going to do our monthly check-in with the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, the so-called twin flame journey. Okay. So this is for like those that have come into union with your divine counterpart, whether you're in union or in separation. We're going to take a look at that energy today. Everything you need to know about me and the channel is down below in the description box. Big shout out to all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate the support. Thank you guys for pressing play and being here with me today. We're going to be using 3 different decks. We're going to isolate the masculine, the feminine, and the overall energy or the mutual energy into 3 different decks. Okay, I just like to do it that way. So with that said, let's get into the reading. If I can get my cards under control. We're going to start off with the masculine today. Let's get into it. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope you're preparing for your week ahead. Whenever you decide to tune in, remember this is a general timeless reading. So whenever you're guided here and the message resonates for you, then of course it's your message. Time is fluid. What do we have for the Divine Masculine? Please show us the Divine Masculine and their overall energy. What's going on with the Divine Masculine and the overall energy for the masculine? Also keep in mind that masculine and feminine energies, if I can talk today, guys, masculine and feminine energies are embodied in all of us. So you may be what would be considered a male, or you may identify as a male, but you may embody more of the feminine energy. So take these messages how they resonate. Don't force yourself within the storyline, but take what resonates, and that doesn't fit, you just leave that behind. Leave it for someone else, okay? Divine Masculine. What is the overall energy for the Divine Masculine? Please arrange the deck so we can pull from the top. We're going to get the overall energy, the challenge, the desires, and the action for both the masculine and the feminine. Then we'll get the overall energy, the mutual energy between the masculine and the feminine, and the potential outcome. We'll also pull from the Twin Flame Oracle, okay? Divine Masculine. Just the overall energy, the challenge, and the desires, and the action they will take for the Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine. So the Divine Masculine's overall energy, we have the 7 of Wands. The challenge is the 3 of Cups. The desires, the 7 of Pentacles. Just straighten up my table here. And the action the masculine may take, the 7 of Swords. Under the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. Alright, let's look at the feminine. What do we have for the feminine? Please show the feminine energy in this connection. What is the Divine Feminine doing? What is their overall energy, the challenge, the desires, and the actions that the Divine Feminine will take? Please arrange the deck and the cards so we can pull from the top. Please show the overall energy, the challenge, the desires, and the action the Divine Feminine will take. Alright, for the Divine Feminine, we have in their overall energy, the Lovers. The current challenge the feminine is facing is the 5 of Cups. What the feminine desires is the Star. And the action that the feminine may take is the Moon. Alright, and under the deck we have the 10 of Wands. So let's look at the mutual energy. Please show the mutual energy between the feminine and the masculine. What is the the overall energy between the feminine and the masculine. Please show us the overall energy and the potential outcome between the feminine and the masculine. Alright, the overall energy between, or mutually between the masculine and the feminine, we have the King of Cups. And the potential outcome, we have the Three of Cups. Under the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. Alright, so let's start with the masculine. In their overall energy, we have the Seven of Wands. The masculine right now is guarded, okay? It's guarded against something. I heavily get energy off of the masculine that they're in some type of connection outside of the feminine, excuse me, where they're trying to get out of a connection, or they're still involved in a connection outside of the feminine, and whatever they're having to deal with, they're having to be guarded, keep their guards up, be defensive. They're really convicted in how they believe when it comes to what it is they desire when it comes to the feminine. Their challenge is the Three of Cups. So the challenge is coming back into reunion with the feminine, or there's a third party, okay? For many of you, you're dealing with the masculine who has a third party situation. And we see this with the Ten of Cups under the deck as well. And then this Chariot card, wanting to move towards their happy ever after. But for some, this is wanting to move on from unhappy ever after. But for some of you, definitely there is a third party involved, okay? Whether that's with a husband or a wife, or just some type of commitment that they've been in. They're trying to let go. They're feeling trapped about this, okay? Their desires is the Seven of Pentacles. It's like they're wanting to wait to see how this is going to play out. But the action that they're going to take is the Seven of Swords. This is, for me, this is them sneaking away from a situation, trying to sneak away from a situation, whether that be a third party situation, or trying to sneak back into the Divine Feminine's life, okay? Now, we're going to clarify some of these, though. For the feminine, the overall energy, we have the Lovers. So the feminine is in this energy of choosing. I feel like the feminine at this point is tired, okay? You are burdened, overwhelmed. You've been carrying this for some time, and you're in this overall energy, feminines, to finally choose with it when it comes to this soulmate connection, okay? With this divine union. Your challenge is the Five of Cups. It's getting over this loss, this grief, this sadness, still focusing on the cups that are spilled and not realizing that there's still opportunity for love, okay? Yes, you may be in a twin flame journey, but life goes on. There are multiple soulmates out there for you where you can have, you know, love and an exchange of partnership and union with other people. So just keep that in mind. Now, your desires is the Star. You are desiring, you know, you have this wish. Ultimately, you have this wish of what you want, and that may be your twin. But I think at a very soul level, it is getting healing and balancing yourself out when it comes to whatever this wish is when it comes to love. Okay? In your action, we have the Moon card. So I feel like this is those fears of, you know, feeling like the masculine or your divine counterpart is your ultimate wish fulfillment, and you can't find love in, you know, that happiness outside of that. And this is those fears that are kind of lying within the subconscious, haunting you, creeping up behind you, and, you know, it's like some shadow stuff that maybe that you need to work through. So mutually, your overall energy together is the King of Cups. You both share this deep love for one another. There's this really, really deep love for one another where, you know, you both are really sensitive, very intuitive. You feel each other at an energetic level, even having like psychic exchanges with each other on the 5D realm. And so that's what you're doing mutually. Like when you're sad, when the feminine is sad, the masculine is sad. When the masculine is, frustrated and upset, then the feminine is frustrated and upset. And you're sharing those energies energetically. The potential outcome, we have the Three of Cups. So this is coming into union. Now, this is the challenge for the masculine, is getting some type of reunion. Okay? But again, for some of you, the masculine is has a third party that's involved. And potentially in the outcome, we may still see this third party being around. All right? Under the deck, mutually, you have the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. Again, for some of you, it is fighting really hard for this, having this new beginning and taking the actual connection between the masculine and the feminine to a higher level of commitment. But for others, it is, there's commitment outside of this connection, outside of the divine counterpart connection that exists, okay, which causes that sadness. You both are sad about this. You both are feeling rejected and out in the cold when it comes to this. A lot of loss and grief when it's surrounding this, because there is this Ten of Cups, wish fulfillment when it comes to having a union together. Four of Wands, twin flame stuff. But for some of you, there's this deceit. And for some of you, you're dealing with a masculine who still has a lot of growing up to do. Okay, that's still very sneaky and deceptive with their actions. So there's that. But let's clarify this Seven of Wands for the masculine. Why is this the overall energy for the masculine? Show me the Seven of Wands for the masculine. Some of you are dealing with a masculine who just refuses to admit how much you mean to them. They recognize what you are to them. This can be some ego stuff that's going on with that King of Wands and hiding the fact that they too, Five of Cups. All right, that's your challenge, is the Five of Cups. You both, I said it in your mutual energy, that Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles shows up. But it's like they're hiding the fact that they're super sad about this. All right, and they're very nostalgic. Under the deck, the Six of Cups, and kind of indecisive about what to do. You are their wish fulfillment as well. There's that mirroring that goes on between, divine counterparts. So you're mirroring each other's energy, but I feel like the masculine is, being really guarded and keeping those boundaries up with that Seven of Wands, trying to act macho, trying to act really confident and cocky, going about his life, but internally hiding those feelings. On the inside, intuitively, he knows that, this is a soulmate connection that needs to be worked on to some degree, but they're hiding those feelings. So the challenge with the Three of Cups, why is this a challenge? This is for the masculine. Why is the Three of Cups a challenge for the masculine? Five of Swords. Definitely wanting to win at all costs when it comes to coming back into union with you. But again, I feel like this is some self-defeat, self-sabotaging type behavior with the masculine. Trying to really work on those feelings of rejection. The masculine is really sabotaging himself or herself, themselves, put it like that, when it comes to having a reunion with the feminine, because they're working on some type of lack mentality or, rejection and abandonment issues, that type of thing. But their desires is the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like, they're willing to wait. They're willing to put in this time and energy and kind of see how things go. Or is maybe it's to keep you waiting, maybe to keep the feminine waiting. What's the Seven of Pentacles in the desires? The Four of Pentacles, yeah, they desire to hold on to you. They're willing to wait. however long it takes. 7 of Cups. They're looking at they kind of want to keep their options open when it comes to how they're going to come towards you with this love offering. Yeah, it's kind of like they want to be single as well, keeping their options open. Like, I really do feel like they fear the level of this connection. I do feel like, you know, maybe the feminine may be a bit more awakened, and it doesn't mean that this is a female. Keep that in mind. These are only energies that we're talking about. But if you resonate more with the masculine side, then you may be in an energy of, you know, just now going through some type of spiritual awakening as it relates to what type of connection this is. Why is the 7 of Swords the action that the masculine will take? What is the 7 of Swords? Yeah. For some of you, this is a masculine who may be connected to another connection, a husband or a wife. They're trying to sneak away, okay? They're trying to get out of some type of existing connection. But the action, you know, this is them taking a time out to find this balance. They're trying to gain a new perspective on what this connection means to them, what actions they need to take in general to find this balance, because they too, you know, under your deck, feminines, you have the 10 of Wands. So now they are carrying those same wands. This is a heavy burden here, wanting to be free and explore this twin flame connection, but juggling a lot, okay? Juggling a lot of responsibilities, juggling maybe another connection, juggling those feelings, and trying to, you know, derive to some type of control and authority over themselves and what actions that they want to take, and having that confidence when in doing that. For some of you, it is, again, they're in some type of marriage or connection, maybe a karmic connection where they're in union with someone that they share children with, things of that nature. All right, feminine. So let's look at you, feminines. Your overall energy is the Lover's card. So you're ready to make a choice. You know, you're really contemplating over this choice, this soulmate connection, this love connection. Could be, you know, that you have other options out there to entertain, and now you're really looking like, you know, do I continue to wait? What do I do? So why is the Lovers your overall energy? Yeah. 4 Swords in reverse. Yeah, like you have been in this time out, okay? But it's like you're coming out of this time out. You're ready to make a choice. It's like, I'm not going to sit and I'm not going to wait all day for this masculine to make a decision, because I know who I am. I'm confident. I'm courageous. I'm brave. I'm very attractive and intuitive. I take action towards the things that I want. Like, this is you sitting in your power, like knowing who you are and ready to make a choice at this point. Yeah, you're ready for this wheel to turn, okay? You're ready to start a new cycle and take action. You're ready to take action. But the 5 of Cups is your challenge. You're still somewhat focused on those 3 cups that are spilled, the loss, the sadness that surrounds this connection. And it's interesting, the 3 of Cups is in their challenge upright, but it's in reverse for you. So it's like, it's almost like you feel like there's no possible way that you guys can come back into union. You may be a little bit angry about that. You want to rush in and speak your truth about this, but you know, it's a challenge for you when it comes to this connection, this strong soulmate connection, okay? Your divine counterparts. So your desires, feminine, is the Star. You want wish fulfillment. You want to maintain a degree of hope and faith and wishfulness when it comes to this. You're wanting your divine counterpart with the Emperor there. You're wanting, you're desiring, you know, too, because we saw the Emperor come out for the masculine under the deck. But you're desiring also to have a degree of control and authority over your feelings and, you know, the outcome of this. And just over in your life in general, like you're being independent and very self-sufficient and having a lot of courage and strength when it comes to being on your own, separated from, you know, this connection. You're very convicted in your beliefs as well. 7 of Wands, that's the masculine's overall energy. So it's like you know what you deserve. You're a boss. You're not going to settle, and you know who you are, Queen of Wands, and you're ready for a choice to be made. And I don't feel like you're waiting on the masculine to make that choice. You're ready to make that choice for yourself with that Emperor card. So in your action, we have the Moon. And so again, those could be some subconscious fears that kind of bubble up, like, you know, shadow energy that kind of haunts you on what it means to be separated from your divine counterpart. Whether or not, you know, you're making the right choice, what love looks like for you in the future. What is this Moon card? Why is this your action? We have the High Priestess. But this is also in your action card. This is highly intuitive. This Queen of Wands and your overall energy is very intuitive as well. So you're dialing up your intuition and just knowing that, you know, there's certain things that you need to be doing, and more than likely that's not waiting. Again, that shadow energy that is haunting you when it comes to this connection, and knowing that you need to get some healing from this Temperance card. Because, you know, there's a lot of internal conflicts when it comes to this, because there's that King of Cups again. Mutually, you share this. There's a lot of love here, a lot of memories, okay, about this past life connection that you have with each other, but you're really listening to your intuition, knowing that, you know, you've got to get a handle over this feeling bound and trapped to this connection, in knowing that things are going to happen in divine timing as well. Like, there's certain lessons that you have to learn, and certain lessons that the masculine has to learn when it comes to this. So let's look at the mutual energy. The King of Cups. Again, both of you, strong, deep emotional feelings for each other. They are shared for sure. The actions may not always say it on each other or outwardly, but emotionally they're there. They are shared. Show me the King of Cups. The 7 of Wands. And that's, again, both of you convicted in your beliefs. There's that 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands. Both of you very convicted in your beliefs, understanding how things ended painfully with the 10 of Swords, but being very convicted in your beliefs when it comes to, not 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords. Things ended, both of you are very hurt here. Very hurt, very guarded too, and still dwelling on the past with that 6 of Cups. But still really, both of you still, you know, harboring these thoughts about the past with that 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and how things ended really badly and ended, you know, painfully for you both. 6 of Cups. But that 7 of Wands is like you still feel convicted in these feelings, convicted in what it is that you want from this connection, but realizing that, you know, there was a need to move on from this 6 of Swords. So in the potential outcome, we have the 3 of Cups. So this is either a reunion, or this is the existence of some type of third party. What is the 3 of Cups? There's the Knight of Cups, under the deck the Chariot, and we have the 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like, you know, potentially, you know, for some of you, if there's a third party, if you're the masculine, sorry about that, got cut off somehow. But what I was saying is, for some of you, what I feel like is if the masculine or even the feminine is involved in some type of third party situation outside of the divine counterpart union, someone's really in their head about moving on from that connection with this Chariot card. But if there's no third party, you know, potentially there's going to be this, you know, overbearing thoughts, stabbing thoughts, being trapped in your mind. Both of you potentially really going over how to bring your cup towards one another, or have the cup brought towards you. But essentially, I feel like this is working on yourselves, working on your material world, maybe throwing yourself into work, building businesses, working on your careers, working on your education, things of that nature. But there is this moving on from those rejected feelings, those feeling out in the cold type feelings, and really working on being self-sufficient and independent and living that good independent life, you know, and things of that nature. There's still sadness here for sure, but the wheel is turning. Certain lessons are being learned, 5 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. And there's success and victory on the other side of the wheel through all of this. So let's get some Twin Flame Oracle. Let's look at the masculine. What messages do we have from the masculine when it comes to the Twin Flame connection? Messages for the masculine. Alright, quite a few. We have Sacred Journey, Hesitation, Ego, I said that, and Release. 5th dimension, what did I say? You guys are talking at an energetic level, like on the 5D plane. You guys are that King of Cups in your mutual overall energy. Like you share this intuitiveness, this psychicness. You're talking and communicating on the 5D level, 5th dimension. But the masculine is, I said, maybe the one that is kind of going through this spiritual awakening, kind of realizing what type of connection this really is with this sacred journey. But there is hesitation. Again, lots of hesitation here with the 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords, being trapped in the mind. Some self-sabotage with that 5 of Swords as part of the challenge. And maybe, you know, being stuck in some type of connection, existing connection outside of this divine union. A little bit of ego here. Again, this is their overall energy, that 7 of Wands. Really convicted in their beliefs, thinking, you know, having their guards up, and it's just ego. It's pride. It's, you know, King of Wands could be, you know, a lot of ego there, cockiness and overconfidence in their own beliefs. And then we have release. So there's a need to release for the masculine. We have then we saw I thought I saw the 4, there it is, the 4 of Pentacles, yeah, as part of the action. So they're holding on to something, and that's a need to release. That's holding on to something too tightly. So there is a need to release something for the masculine. Could be releasing that existing connection for some of you, releasing ego, releasing pride, some type of fears and anxieties, that self-sabotaging type behavior. But let's get some messages for the feminine. We have travel. What else? Creativity, destruction, denial, ascend, alone. So yeah, I feel like, you know, you've taken some alone time, though, or the feminine has taken some alone time, and that's where even that 5 of Pentacles shows up. It's those feeling rejected, feeling abandoned, feeling alone. That 5 of Cups is really sad, and you still focusing on the 3 cups instead of looking at the possibility of 2 being right around you, right under your nose, but feeling alone. But, you know, just know that the divine is with you. We do have denial here as well. So I think that's that Moon card, those repressed emotions, unable to see below the surface is what it says. Again, those fears, that shadow energy just kind of haunting you about, you know, feeling like I have to wait on my divine counterpart, or I have to wait on the masculine. I'm not going to find another connection that's going to fulfill me, with that wish card really being hopeful and wishful. But we have many soulmate connections, and the twin flame connection is just one of them. But it's really here to teach you a lot about yourself. It's to mirror back to you parts of your own self that needs addressing. So you can be 100% self-sufficient, independent, you know, and able to give to yourself without it existing in an outside party. Okay, creativity, inspiration, productivity, creation, bring out the greatness within. I feel like that's that Queen of Wands. She's very creative. She's very inspirational. She's driven and motivated. There's certain, you know, ideas that you've been working on, things that you want to bring into fruition. That Queen of Pentacles showing up in the overall or the mutual energy, you know, that's bringing those ideas and that creativity and making them practical, tangible projects, basically. Okay, so there's certain things that you've been thinking about doing. Tunnel vision, all of that energy into that. All right. And then we have, what else? We have destruction, Tower moment, unexpected change, new opportunities. I actually feel like that's kind of like that devil energy that showed up for the feminine side. Those destructive thoughts, those destructive behavioral patterns that maybe that you're stuck in, and, you know, maybe keeping you bound to wanting to be in union with the divine masculine. It's kind of destructive. Okay, it is destructive when it's all said and done. As there's a need to release that and let that go and ascend, with expansion, evolution, universal intelligence. Stay connected to spirit. So, you know, that Four of Swords, coming out of that Four of Swords energy here in reverse, I feel like, you know, maybe you want to continue to take some time out with that. You know, there's some more healing to do, some more meditating to do, and connecting to spirit, so you can ascend and, you know, get to, you know, a place where you're no longer feeling bound and trapped to a connection, or this connection particularly. Let's get a couple more for the mutual energy. What's the last few messages that we have? Awakening and potential. Fulfillment, risk, achievement. Your potential is limitless. We have one more on this side. I want to say it was travel. There it is. Yeah, travel. Maybe, you know, you need to go on a girl's trip or a guy's trip. Just do some traveling. But we have potential and awakening. There's a lot of potential here, obviously, but I feel like that exists separately as well. But it only comes after the awakening that you both have to go through, in realizing your own potential. There, under the deck, we have fall. So maybe there's going to be some type of changes that come during the fall time, and maybe there's an offer, you know, that happens in the fall. You guys are more than likely in separation, soulmate, big goals, that Queen of Pentacles there. I think there's certain things that you both maybe need to be working on separately or independently before, you know, you can come back together. So that is what I have for the masculines and the feminines monthly check-in. I do hope it resonates. If it does, go ahead, like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you guys can get those notifications, and come back for some more messages. See you next time. Bye.